Before we start off with today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my friends over at So Avant-Garde. So Avant-Garde is a place where you can go and you can explore a wide range of niche perfumery. So much variety. They have discovery sets, they have samples, they have a lot to offer for those looking to elevate their collection, those who are curious about other things, of other qualities, of other brands in perfumery. All right, so save yourself some money. Use my code DEDRICK10. DEDRICK10 gets you 10% off on anything on So Avant-Garde. All right, so I know a lot of people are really in love with the brand of Mind Games as well. So I got something for you too. You want to head over to Mind Games and do some discovery, do some searching, do some looking. Save yourself some money by using Dedrick10 as well over at mindgames.com. All right, so head over there, see what you like, see what you're interested in. I recommend sampling. All right, and then you can get your good feel if you want to make a purchase from So Avant-Garde or mindgames.com. All right, so y'all check it out. Let me know what you guys get into, what you guys like. Let me know down below in the comments, man. And happy exploring for sure. All right, let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so Smell good, family, we are back with more fall content. I had been itching and just being unable to be patient with releasing my content. I'm a very structured content creator, and the first week of October is usually when I go ahead and start flooding my channel with all the fall content. So I'm gonna have live streams and different forms of content talking about the fall, but today we're just gonna add more to the recommendations. So I just recently put out my top 10 for fall 2024, and all of these fragrances were in consideration to be in that top 10 as well. So this is kind of like a part 2 of that video, but just basic straight up recommendations to you guys. All right, so the fall seasons is, from what I see, consistently where a lot of fragrance reviewers and a lot of fragrance enthusiasts and all the viewers watching love the fall season, and I second that for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and tap in. I have seven more recommendations for the fall that I think are just going to be absolutely stunning bangers, fire, whatever you want to call them. Let's go ahead and tap in. All right, so up first from the house of Parfums de Marly. Now I wore this for Thanksgiving 2023 last year, and it was a hit. And I don't know, I might wear it again for Thanksgiving, who knows? But you can do a lot with this fragrance. It's a beautiful, beautiful gourmand style of a scent from the house of Parfums de Marly. We have Oajan, or Ojan, or however you want to pronounce it, from Parfums de Marly. This is really, to my nose, it smells like a warm apple pie coming out of the oven. That's what it smells like. But it's not overly super sweet. You get your honey, you get your cinnamon, and it's just good, man. It's just very gourmand, delectable type of vibe, man. Very cozy style of a scent, and well done from the house. I know for a while this was getting a lot of love and conversations about it, and I remember the very first time that I smelled it, I was really just blown away, because I was just entering into the niche world and the Parfums de Marly's and stuff like that, and this right here is just one of the ones that stood out. So I typically wear this around the holidays, and you know, in the fall season, you know, right before we get to that brutally cold air. And I'm doing this because I live in Jacksonville, Florida. This just works perfect for the fall. From the house of Parfums de Marly, another great fall recommendation, we have Oajan. Great performer as well, compliment magnet, just a lot of pluses to that particular fragrance. All right, up next, man, this one has become and is, in my opinion, hands down, the greatest coffee fragrance that I've ever gotten my nose on. From the house of Day 3 Fragrances, we have La Tacita de Café. Tacita, the cafe. Clash with my studio light a bit. Listen, man, I smelled this on the live stream with the brand owner, my man's Michael Paul, and I was so blown away by not only what I was smelling, but the story that's attached to this. And if you hadn't seen that, go check out the live stream once you get a chance. And Michael talks about that. But the coffee representation of this fragrance is stellar, so realistic, like fresh brewed. I think it's Dominican coffee, and it's so comforting. It's just cozy. It's just warm and inviting. And on a fall morning or a fall night, just depends on what the vibes are. This could just be a home run hit. And Day 3 has a lot of positive noise that is out here in Fragcom. But this is one for me that I really connected with once I smelled it. So I encourage everybody to get their nose on this. Beautiful discovery sets from Day 3 Fragrances. Tap into them and kind of really check them out. So very blessed to have this bottle. And shout out to Day 3, man, for showing me love. And this is an incredible, beautiful coffee, best coffee fragrance that I've ever smelled. From the house of Day 3 Fragrances, we have Tacita, the cafe. You will be hearing more and more about this as we move through not only the fall, but the winter months as well. All right. Up next, from the house of Nazar Fragrances, we have Pie and Cognac. My goodness. Now, a little PSA about Nazar. There's a lot of things been sold out on the website for quite some time. But Terrence and his team, the owner of Nazar, they've been hit by that port shutdown. So materials and bottles and things that he's waiting on, his company is being affected by that. But never fear, Terrence is going to re-upload the website with his old 30 ml style bottles. You still get the same amount of juice, you still get the same fragrance, but in a different presentation until this port thing is over. And if you don't know, check your Google, check your news about what's going on with there, and they can do a better job of explaining it to you. So back to the fragrance. This is ridiculous. Rum, God, I can't even. Rum, realistic, warm pie crust. I'm talking about like the good pie crust that's kind of falling off the pie. Yeah, when it comes out, it's a rummy, boozy sensation to this fragrance as well. And I'm not the gourmand guy, but there are certain presentations of gourmand that just suits me, and this is one of them, man. So I couldn't wait to start talking about this on the regular. So realistic, man. Warm and cozy and sweet and boozy and just the elite of the elite when it comes to gourmand fragrances. This stuff is amazing. Head over to Nazar Fragrances. By the time this video posts, there should be some movement there with the new style bottles and a lot of this stuff being back in stock. So use my code KingDedrick15, save you a little bit of money, and check out the beautiful fragrances from Nazar. Again, we have Nazar's Pie and Cognac. My goodness, this stuff is fantastic. All right. Up next, from the house of Ralph Lauren. Look, this really stole the show for me as we were coming out of fall and winter last year. And this stuff is incredible. My favorite from the line and what they've created. And it's just a go-to. It's going to be a go-to. From the house of Ralph Lauren, we have Ralph's Club Elixir. Ralph's Club Elixir. So take your Ralph's Club DNA, and I have the EDP, I believe. Yeah, I think it's the EDP. Or the Parfum. I think it's a Parfum. Very bold, fresh lavender. Little bit of like a cardamom, sweet and spicy texture to it. Great everyday wear. It's not the best performer off my skin, but it's very serviceable throughout the work day and things of that nature. But this here is a whole different type of ball game. This works. This works for those upscale events and dinners. You can wear it to the office as well, but the introduction of the iris here with the cardamom, with the lavender, and that gives it that spicy, buttery type of texture that the iris provides. Little powdery feel as well. You still keep that freshness from the lavender. They killed it. They killed it. Ralph's Club Elixir is the one. I'm even confident enough or comfortable enough to say skip all the other Ralph's Clubs and go straight to the Elixir. That's how I feel about it. Really good stuff from the house of Ralph Lauren. We have Ralph's Club Elixir. Love the bottle, love everything about this fragrance. They really scored a big touchdown with that right there. All right, up next from the house of Nishane, we have Ani X. Ani X for the fall, recommendations for the fall 2024. You can wear the original, you can, but it's something about this fresher take. It's smooth, it's the warm vanilla is still on display here. But there's like a cleanliness to this up top with the citruses that they added. Also with the vanilla, and just the blend of the two is just perfect. This stuff is a compliment magnet, man. This stuff is sexy. This stuff is, you know, could start a conversation. This is one of those ones, man, where it's easy to wear. You gotta love vanilla though. Easy to wear, and it's just going to be what you want it to be. And most people who probably love Ani, they love vanilla, but they also know what they're getting themselves into when they put on Ani X or the original. But for me, for the fall, Ani X is going to be a great choice and something I'm obviously recommending to you guys. This stuff is spectacular. From the house of Nishane, we have Ani X. Is it redundant to have both, like someone's going to ask? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But the original is a little bit more darker, a little bit more heavier, but you're not missing out, you know, with either one, in my opinion. I just prefer the X. All right. Up next from the house of Immikalef, man, this is just one of my favorite fragrances, period. We have Desir Toxic. Desir Toxic, this stuff is fantastic. I love the black currant, the cinnamon, that marijuana accord that's in here. And no, it doesn't smell like weed or marijuana, or it doesn't smell like that. It provides this green, earthy texture to a beautiful display of cinnamon and black currant. It almost comes off, the green in here reminds you of, like, you know, how fougères, like the green layers that are in the fougères. That's kind of what it reminds me of with this, but just blended very beautifully with the cinnamon and the black currant and the cardamom. This stuff is fantastic, man. Now this is like Layton's older brother or uncle, or somebody who's a little bit more put together and established and knows what's going on. No knock on Layton. Layton is fantastic. I was going to recommend it here, but that's always being recommended. But Desir Toxic, it's a really, really, really good one. I know there's an intense out there. No, I have not smelled it. Maybe one day I will. But as for now, we're going with the original, and it's a great fragrance for the fall, especially just on a day-to-day versatile type of vibe. And don't worry, no, this does not smell like marijuana or weed. It does not. It does not smell like that. All right, so really, really good stuff. I forget what's the proper note of the green here. I called it marijuana. It's remiss of me right now, but I'm sure you guys know what it is. But from the house of Immikalef, we have Desir Toxic. Desir Toxic, really, really, really good. All right. And last but not least, from the house of Initio, we have Paragon. I know it's clashed with my studio light pretty bad here, but this is an incredible fragrance. That Palo Santo and plum spices and sweet, fruity plum. In here, musk in here, the opening with the bergamot and the white sage and the lavender. There's freshness, there's sweetness, there's spices, a woodsy element that's very complementary to everything that's going on in this fragrance. This stuff is sexy, man. It really performs, and it's really good. This is my second full bottle from Initio. You know, there's some from the brand that I really, really like, and there's some that I love, and Paragon and Must Therapy are the ones that I love. I think I like one or two I'm going to pick up, but I don't know when. But for the fall season, Paragon is an excellent choice. And if you love plum, a spicy, fruity, sweet representation with a clean, a beautiful musk. Initio does musk really well, hence Must Therapy. It's done well in this too. Great everyday wear for the fall. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. From the house of Initio, we have Paragon. Beautiful fragrance, man. Beautiful. All right. All right, Smell Good family. So that is going to wrap up more recommendations for the fall season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and enjoyed the original video of the top 10. But of course, let me know down below in the comments what do you guys like, what do you guys love, what are you into, what are you recommending, what are you not recommending, whatever it may be. Let's talk about it down below in the comments. All right. So as always, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. I do not take it for granted ever. I'm having a blast doing this, and it's a fun time rocking with the Smell Good family. All right, so until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves, positive energy, positive vibes, splack up, splack it out, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world is exactly where you are going to get back. That's for sure. All right, y'all. Peace, y'all. Splack up.